Bears suffer from various health problems due to buildup of fat under their skin. Suffer from health problems is the keyword, and built up fat under their skin. So I had read it 2 times. Suffer from various health problems due to a building fat under their skin. So this is my for okay, underneath their skin. Yes, they are talking about this same thing. Now I have to find it whether they polar bears suffer from various health problems or not. That is important. Okay, humans with comparative levels of tissue would be considered obese and would likely to suffer, yet the polar bear experiences no such consequences. It means they are talking about human disease, but they are not talking about polar bears. They are not having any such consequences, so it means it is contradicting. So they do not suffer, it means false. Second number question, the study done by Liu and his colleagues compared different groups of polar bears. So here this is the important word to just match it at the end when we find this keyword and this. So I will be finding it study, of course that would be given. Liu and his colleagues are the keywords for location of the question in reading passage, and then I will be finding comparison and different groups of polar bears. Okay, so let's read it from the next paragraph. I will do it like that. So first paragraph is done. Study, yes, this word was there, this person's name and his colleagues were also there. They compared, comparison word was also there, the genetic structure of polar bears were there, their closest relative, okay, closest relatives from a warmer climate, the brown bears, they allowed them to determine. Okay, so here they are asking second question. The study done by Louis and his colleagues compared different groups of polar bears. No, they have not compared different groups of polar bears. It means contradiction is there. They are just talking about only one bear, brown bear. See, from distant relatives, that is brown bear. So it is also false. So my answer would be false. So what about the third question? So in third question, Liu and colleagues were the first researchers. Yes, this is also very common among true false not given. If they were the first researchers, it is given. So when they will be explaining the things about whether they were first researchers, then it is true, and of course otherwise he is not explaining the things about his first, about the researchers were first or not, then it would be not given. Okay, so here they had explained, colleagues shed lights on this mystery. Okay, they compared this everything they had written, but they have not explained that whether they were the first researchers to find about to this thing. So not given is there. Fourth number, polar bears are able to control their levels of bad cholesterol. Okay, to control to control their bad levels of bad cholesterol by genetic means. Okay, so I will be finding it. Bad cholesterol word is here in the same paragraph, so I will be reading it. Liu and his colleagues found that the had a gene known as yes, this word also there, by genetic means, which reduces, okay, which reduces low levels of low form of bad cholesterol. It means, yes, what they are saying, polar bears are able to, yes, it is true, it is true. I am just writing it here. They said had a gene known as which reduces level of this. Okay, so now let's move on to the fifth question. Female polar bears are able to survive for about 6 months without food. Now my keywords and 6 months. Okay, when I will be finding my keywords, I will be looking for whether they were able to survive without food or not. Okay, so next is female polar bears. Yes, female word is here. Female polar bears, however, undergo extreme conditions during every pregnancy. Once autumn comes around, these families will dig maternity dens in the snow and will remain there throughout the winter, both before and after the birth of their cubs. What they are saying, able to survive for about 6 months. So 6 months, I haven't found here. 6 months word is here. Okay. Yes, so I had read till here. This process results in about 6 months of fasting. They were when the females come alive. Okay, so yes, it is are able to survive for about 6 months without food. So it means this is true. Okay, so now move on to the next question. It was found, means study, that the bones of female polar bears were very weak. Okay, when they came out, when they came out of their dens in spring. Okay, were very weak. If were very weak when they came out of their dens in spring. Okay. Despite this, their bones remain strong and dense. So here also you can find the answer. Despite this, so my keywords are weak. Of course, they will not be using the same word. Bones of female polar bears when they come out of their dens in spring. Spring I can find, autumn is also there, but let's read it from here. But if you read from here to here, you will get the answer despite this, because they are talking about they depleting their own calcium and calories reserve. Despite this, their bones remain strong and dense. So it is correctly given over here. They discovered, so we can just density of bone. Yes, density of bones. No, they are not talking about density of bones. Okay, let's so this is true according to the bones. Oh, sorry, were very weak, but here they are saying bones remain strong and dense. And one more thing here, one more, spring I have found it here. You can just find the answer from here also. So but I find it from here. So here also, in addition, 6 months later, when they finally emerged from the den with their cubs, there was no evidence of significant loss of bone density. Bones of female bears were very weak when they come out of their den. So it means it is false. It is contradicting. They are saying very weak. They are saying no significant evidence. So next question number is 7. The polar bear's mechanism for increasing bone density could also be used by people one day. It means the mechanism for increasing their body system can be mechanism for increasing bone density could also be used by. So this could is used in context of future, can also be used by people one day. One day means they will be using it in future. So one day, so now I have to find it. Mechanism, yes, in the same paragraph, mechanism of bone remodeling in polar bears can be understood. Many bedridden humans and even astronauts could potentially benefit. So if, so it is conditional is there. If mechanism of bone remodeling can be understood, then this will help in future. Okay, so this is true. Now let's move on to the next question. So next question is complete the table below. Instructions are one word only. So find it. This is the title, reasons why polar bear should be protected. Of course, now you look at my reading. So the whole page I have covered with true, false, not given, and I would be shifting to my another part of the passage. You can just look at this. So I will be starting from here. Okay, now let's do it in broader way. So what the statement is saying, people think of bears as unintelligent, and so it means people think of bears are unintelligent and dash. So two things and would be there in the paragraph. The medical benefits of the polar bears for humanity certainly have their importance in conservation effort, but these should not be factors consideration. We animals we think are intelligent, we tend to want protect animals we think are intelligent and possesses emotions, such as elephants. Okay, such as elephants and primates, bears. Okay, so here full stop is there, you can just find out. Bears on the other hand can seem to be perceived as stupid. Okay, unintelligent means stupid, they have given the word stupid, and in many cases violent. Violence we will be writing it, because in many and cases, so these are many, like this is the word. Okay, for that they have used many and cases. Okay, many cases violent. So we can, you can, if you don't know the grammar exactly, then you can just write, just try to fit in word, so if it fits or not. So here I am going to write violent, so it makes sense as unintelligent and violent. Okay, so second is may not be correct. For example, in Tanoji, okay, this is my keyword. A bear has been using a branch. So these two keywords I would be finding it. So yes, it is really easy to find. This word has been observed. Okay, for observed here means seen. Seen means indirectly observed. Whenever it is given in reading, it means seen or observed. Okay, bear has seen, observed using a branch as a what they are saying, has ever been observed making use of a tool to manipulate his environment. Okay, using a branch as a, what we can just write here, the bear used a tree branch to on multiple occasions to dislodge a piece of meat hung out of his reach. So what we can just write over here, this allowed him to knock down some. Okay, knock down some. So both 9 and 10 are combined in one sentence. Okay, use branch as a, so he is absorbed making use of a tool, making use of a tool, making use of a branch as a tool, and this allowed him to knock down some, what some. Okay, multiple occasions to dislodge a piece of meat hung out of his reach. So here, if you don't know the meaning of this, then you can leave this paragraph, this thing. Otherwise, try to find out what they are trying to say. This allowed him to knock down some what. So knock down here means to dislodge a piece of meat hung out of his reach. Because if you don't know, if you can't find, please leave it and just go to the another one. So but I had found it in the last. A wild, I am shifting to another question. A wild polar bear worked out a method of reaching a platform where a dash was located. Okay, now you will come to know the actual location of this when you will be finding this question. Wild polar bear worked out a method of reaching a platform. A wild polar bear problem solving ability has also been witnessed in, though not obviously as go-go, a calculated move by a male in an attempt to get a photographer standing on a platform. Platform word is there, yes, you can see where, yes, platform is there, where, so it means platform, near platform, answer would be there. To a photographer, where a photographer was located. Method of reaching a platform, so it is clearly given. A calculated move method means move by a male being running, jumping onto barrels in an attempt to get a photographer standing on a platform 4 meters high. Okay, it means this answer we will be getting it before this question. Let's read it again. This allowed him to knock down some. What we can use it for some? This tree branch on multiple occasions to dislodge a piece of meat. Okay, So to knock down some. So why this animal is doing so many things? To get some piece of meat, of course. Piece of meat. I will be writing here meat only. So we can't put two words over here. So 12th, polar bears have displayed behavior such as conscious manipulation of objects and activities similar to manipulation word. I'm going to find it in this. So short deliberate manipulation word is here. Okay, so deliberate and focused, maybe they are talking about conscious manipulation. For example, having objects word is also there in piles and knocking them over, what happened to be a game. So question is saying such as conscious objects and activity similar to a piles and knocking them over in what appear to be a game. So it would be A is also there. Yes, in this sentence we have got, see, we have got both the things, manipulation, and after that line objects also, and then knocking, and word was also there. So what we can write? So before A, so before blank it was A, so I would be putting here game, and it makes a sense. You can just read it, objects and activity similar to a game. So next one is 13th, the last one, bears may also display emotions. Okay, for example, they may make movements suggesting dash if disappeared when hunting. When hunting, okay, any movement suggesting disappointed also when hunting. Okay, so the whole paragraph we have done. Capable of agile behaviors as, okay, see here they have given throughout behaviors. These examples suggest problem solving. So what I was looking, may make movements suggesting dash if, okay, hunting kind of thing they are talking about. As for emotions, while the evidence is once again anecdotal, it means some kind of behavior that we can just always remind is once again, many bears have been seen to hit out at ice and snow seemingly out of frustration. Okay, they may move suggesting if they disappointed. Okay, out of frustration when they have just missed out on a hunt. Okay, missed out on a hunt to kill. If disappointed when hunting, if they are disappointed when hunting, it means what kind of thing they want to show? Frustration. They may make movements suggesting frustration if disappointed when hunting. Okay, while doing hunting, when they are missing out on a kill, at that time they are showing frustration. Moreover, polar bears species, they may form relationships with other species. Okay, so it means our answer would be in that line only. Species word is there, can form species. Yes, of course, here only we have to find bears have been seen to hit out at ice and snow, increase seemingly out of frustration. Seemingly, it seems. They may make movements, seemingly they may make movement out of frustration. So I'm writing it here, frustration will fit here over here. Okay, suggesting frustration. Okay, so in this way we have completed reading passage why we need polar bears. Thank you so much.